I feel like that's a better
alternative.
Yeah, alternative, or I guess it's okay. It's better. I put it like this. I hate the bag thing. The bag thing I hate.
What bag thing?
Plastic bag.
The plastic bags that you now have to either pay for or bring your own.
Oh, right. That is so stupid.
It is not.
It is. It is stupid because you know why? Because the reason why is there are many people, even if you do drive and have a car, there are many people who don't carry around their reusable bags with them. Or even if they do, they forget. So what that happens is you still have to go in and buy another bag and all this kind of stuff. And so it doesn't really solve anything. It just makes it a minor inconvenience.
But for very few. And those few that have the issues, you just, like myself, you just have to retrain yourself to do it.
I would rather just go up on the price of whatever the food is or whatever. Then
now you're doing a lot.
That's not gonna happen. The food industry's not gonna let that happen. And then it's the plastic's an issue, man. It really is a problem in the world, not the country, the world.
So my thing
I don't know, but I have 1,000 plastic and paper and cloth reusable bags, and I never remember to take them into the store.
They just found this past week a Dorito bag from the 70s. Still full, looked just like it looked, plastic crinkled colors from the 70s. Like, plastic ain't going nowhere.
Right.
Oh, my God.
Melt into the ocean, it poisons the ocean.
This is my problem with it. It's like, whenever there's this problem with the environment or whatever, instead of attacking big business where the 90% of the problem is, they come after us.
Right.
They play on our emotions and our guilt and put all the onus and everything on us and just leave them to it. So they're getting rich on top of it and living guilt-free, and there's no repercussions or laws that affect them at all.
That's true.
That. They're the ones who need to be addressed. Because what we're doing compared to what they're doing is a drop in the bucket. That's just like they want to tell me not to barbecue. Fuck you, I'm barbecuing. You know how many goddamn coal plants are out there still?
Right.
And one coal plant per day pollutes this earth. I could barbecue from sun up to sundown for my entire life and not even touch 1% of what one coal plant does for 1 hour.
Yep.
I'm not disagreeing with you, and I think
so that's bullshit.
Absolutely correct. But the problem is no one holds big business accountable.
Right.
That's true.
Well, that should be the emphasis. Not like, let's do my part. No, fuck your part. Let's make them do their part because their part is way bigger than ours.
Yeah, that's true.
And all we doing is it's not even a Band-Aid.
Nope.
Well, then...
And it makes no fucking sense.
Well, people need to get riled up like you and tell
them. Fuck a straw, fuck a bag, fuck all that, and my barbecue grill and all that stuff. I'm going to do all of it until y'all start coming at big business and making them hold them accountable.
You going to water your grass when you won't?
Hell yeah. If I had some. Bullshit.
Oh shit!
Fucking tired of that.
It is a bullshit. It's just more to me. It's just all goes with my little conspiracies, but whatever. That's another show.
Your hairspray is killing the ozone layer. Shut the fuck up and go sit down somewhere.
They mining and killing the core of the earth.
Yes.
But whatever.
Meanwhile, y'all resisting nuclear fusion and all the clean energy, but whatever. But as long as the oil companies keep doing what they doing or whatever,
polluting the ocean,
all the different alternative fuel sources we got for cars, motherfucking high school science teachers converting their cars in their garage to run on used chicken grease, and we still running around supporting big oil,
right?
And y'all want to put it on me? Fuck that! I refuse. I know where the real guilt lies or whatever, so I'm not gonna feel guilty.
You
about
better
it.
preach, Dino.
That's right. I'm with you on that.
That's some ridiculous. We could have been off gas.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I agree.
Now that's the conspiracy.
I agree. Now, you're right. You're right. I seen documentaries years and years and years and years ago when people was going around to KFC and all these places collecting the old grease because they had converted their cars over.
You know what's funny? Speaking of conspiracies, we are like so crazy for the way out stuff. You know, man didn't really land on the moon, and that's like 9/11. Like, we so quick for that stuff. But the real conspiracies, like the oil
ones
company,
that affect us directly,
like diamonds, like all those conspiracies that are
real,
actually factually confirmed, like real, like nobody cares about them. The fact that De Beers owns all the diamonds, that diamonds have never been a precious thing, that they never been rare. The fact that that's all lies and marketing. Like, nobody cares about that. The fact that the car companies colluded with the what do you call it? The public transportation and stuff, whatever. And the public transportation, the city, the government took payoffs here in California to not develop trains and subways and stuff so that everybody would buy cars. Nobody wants to talk about that stuff.
What?
That's those are facts.
Right.
Those are facts.
Right.
Those are factual conspiracies. Nobody talks about that.
Wow.
You wonder why LA, one of the biggest cities in the world,
got so much traffic
and no public transportation
No city planning.
and just now starting to do train systems and stuff, whatever. That's why, because they took payoffs. Took payola back in the day, got bought out.
Wow. Well, come on now, Dino.
I know.
Shoot, what else you got for us?
Like a black nationalist.
Like, what else you got?
Oh,
Shoot, Black Power. What the hell?
Fight the power.
Fight the power.
Okay,
Shoot.
so speaking of McDonald's and craziness, this one though is not this is another crazy McDonald's customer, and this one is out of I forgot was this Kansas? I forget where this one happened, but actually I have a video of this one. This one is a shame too because what happens is this customer gets into it with this group of kids, a group of teens, right? The kids come in after a study session and they're trying to use their Apple Pay to buy their meal. And if you guys know Google Pay and Apple Pay and those things, whatever, they don't always work with everything, and sometimes it takes a minute. And I've used it, and they're really great and convenient, especially if you forget your wallet, and you have your phone. You can still, you don't have to go back home or just do without. You can still, so it's a great backup system. I feel like in emergencies, I've used it for that a few times, but depending on where you are and whatever, you can have difficulties. So I guess they're having trouble paying. The man interjects and asks if they're using their government assistance, their EBT cards and food stamps and stuff like that to pay. Like, because he's so old and out of it, like he don't even understand what no Apple Pay is, and he thinks that they're not that. I mean, even if they were using that, so what the fuck?
Mind your own.
What's that got to do with you?
Yeah.
Where'd you come from?
So they get in. He's a customer in line too. So
wow.
So they get into the argument and this and that or whatever. And next thing you know, where the film starts is you see the guy backing up out of the store, and you don't actually see it on the film, but you hear someone say, at least I didn't see it. Maybe you guys will see it when we play it. But they say, "Oh, he's a gun. He's got a gun." And because, the cameraman, instead of actually trying to get a good, clean shot, is worried about being out on the line of fire.
Yeah, I hope.
So the camera girl was like, whatever, like, oh, my God, God. And then the employees, one of them being the manager, starts trying to kick the kids out. Right? Like, get out my... And then, like, they're like, he's got a gun. And she's like, you'll hear. I'm going to play the tape, and you'll hear. And... another customer,
oh my God.
Another older gentleman steps in and was like, "What are you doing? You can't send them out there
right
when the man's got a gun. You got to go in there and call the police. Is what
right,
you got to do.
Fucking
you
idiot.
Don't send them out there. What is wrong with you?
Call the police for
like,
everything else."
So here we go. Here's the video. Check it out. Now this is really bad.
Hey, I follow my friend. What's up? Oh, whoa. Hey, everybody.
No, he has a gun. Wallah has a gun.
He has a gun.
He has a gun? Wallah has a gun.
Everybody else, pull the gun up.
I understand that. I want everyone out of my store now. He has a gun. I don't give a fuck. Get out of my store now.
Oh my God.
Now.
Hey, don't send them out there when the dude just pulled the fucking gun
I
on
want
him.
everybody out of my store. And
You better call the fucking cops.
Call the cops. He pulled a gun at everyone out now.
Get shot by some crazy.
Thank you.
And nobody left because they all got better sense than the manager.
Right.
Apparently. Right.
But
so thank God nobody left and no one went out there.
Oh
and
my
got
God,
hurt.
that guy was the angel in the situation, because who in the fuck? I'm mad that he turned back
She
around
made her ass whoop.
and started looking back at the menu after he did that.
But that's that thing, and the managers and people, and I didn't see any of this video. I don't know anybody's race, what's happening and stuff like that, but I've already seen it in my mind of what's going on.
It's not what you think.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's a lot of different races. It's a girl, she has a hijab. It's another girl, she's Hispanic. It's a few black little boys, but it's a bunch of them. Of course,
Everybody you just said was brown.
That's true.
I'm just saying. Anyway,
Dang.
I've been places myself. I was inside a gay bar bar in Chicago, and I went to the jukebox. It was a rainy day. I was with my friend Paul. I went to the jukebox to play some music. I came back, and sure enough, there was a dude, because I'm old, girl, because it was a jukebox. I came back, there was a dude standing with muddy feet on my trench coat on my chair that I had put on the stool, and I said, excuse me, this is my stool. And the guy just waved me off, white guy, just waved me off. And I was like, no, excuse me, you're actually you get my coat muddy. And he's like, can't you see I'm having a conversation here, nigger? This is a gay bar. And I said, excuse me? Again, that's my typical response. And then I'm like, and I was like, and I started laughing at him. I was like, am I supposed to be intimidated and scared and walk out of here now because you called, what's going on? And this older black dude came up and he was not having it.
Of course.
And so he started talking to him, and well, sure enough, that's when the bartender looks over and wants to kick the old black dude out the bar. Right, and then everybody's like, "No, this dude just called this other dude a nigger.
Right,
like, kick him out, get him out of here." And the bartender's like, "All I know is what I saw," and he's telling the black guy to get out. Right, and then the white customer said, "Don't you leave." They're like, "If he leaves, we all leave." They're like, "This guy needs to get out," and they start going, "Boo, boo," and they finally kicked the racist dude out.
Wow.
The bartender was ready to kick the black dude.
Right,
and he was eyeing me too.
like you're next.
Too, and along those lines, so one of the employees, it wasn't the manager, but it was the first guy who came and told them to get out, probably the assistant manager or something. He said something along the lines like, well, he pulled it out for a reason.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm like,
what?
You okay with that? You
wow.
okay with somebody pulling a gun out in your store?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So.
And she come from the back with her gloves on, like, I want everybody out of my store. Bitch, shut the fuck up and sit down. You ain't walking your ass out there.
Like I said, she needed her ass whooped.
She wasn't walking her ass outside the fucking store. Yeah, that part. I hate people like that. That's the part. People are so quick to call the police for every little thing. Call the police because somebody's having a barbecue. Call the police because the little girl's outside selling water. But you're not going to call the police when this man is pulling a gun on children. In fact, you're going to kick all the children outside to be shot. She needs to be fined or fired or everything.
I said again, she need her ass whooped.
Yeah, definitely.
It goes back to that Walgreens thing even again. It's like, even if they were doing something they shouldn't be doing, like, what's the price for that? Like,
right.
A gun being pulled on them,
right.
Being put in harm's way
for chicken nuggets.
Right?
Yeah, no.
No.
On, use some common sense.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's not right.
I've seen kids act super crazy, and I like to kick their ass and put them in dangerous situations. But I ain't gonna do that.
Right. Might make some loose threats, but that's about it.
So police departments, we know cops like donuts, right? We know that stereotype. Well, there's a lot of truth to that. What's wrong? What's wrong, Dejon? What's that look?
I'm not a police officer.
No,
but I like to think of myself as some type of detective.
Oh, would you?
And yes.
What like one of the Scoobies or
Scooby?
Or like Nancy Drew?
No, what was the girl?
Monica Mars?
Okay. No, the girl. No, the girl with the glasses.
She's an octogenarian.
The girl with the glasses from Scooby Doo.
Oh, that's Velma.
Velma.
Yeah, Velma. Velma's from Good Times.
Ooh, that'd be a good combo.
Ooh,
I know.
No, they don't look nothing alike either.
Oh my God! If Velma and Thelma had ever crossed paths, that'd have been something serious. But I like to consider myself some type of Velma.
Okay.
And I do enjoy a good donut.
Okay.
So I do.
Do you like the stakeout?
You know what? I've been known to.
Well, there's something going on with your donut right there. I've been curious about.
What?
Well, I noticed that the way that you ate it, she has an old fashioned. And you know how old fashioned is a circle, right? And she kind of she broke off the little edges and ate those first, and then she has kind of like it's not the donut hole, but it's what
the center part,
it's the center part
ring.
where the donut hole goes, and that's left intact in a circle. So is that just like a little fun thing you do, or
I've always do that? I've always eaten them like that. I've always, kid, yeah.
Huh?
Shut up, Dino.
In between detective
like
cases.
That's how you got to turn the page. You got to be able to use your hands at any time. You never know when you're going to get a clue. Some shit going to pop up. And you got to be ready.
Okay. Yeah, she can throw that ring on her finger.
Right. And take it to go.
Solve the case.
Now it's to go. Here we go.
Turn
Victory.
It into a donut knuckle.
Exactly.
Not a brass knuckle, but a donut knuckle.
It's a convenient snack on the go.
Over in Kentucky, some of your partners, some of your fellow law enforcement officers,
brothers and sisters in blue.
they experienced a tragedy when a Krispy Kreme donut truck caught fire.
Oh, that is a tragedy.
And so all